If you're thinking about moving to Quakertown, Pennsylvania, I want to give you the honest pros and cons of living in Quakertown, not just the highlight reels. My name is Bair, and I'm a real estate agent who lives and works right here in Upper Bucks County. I help buyers relocate to this area every single week, and Quakertown is one of the towns I get asked about the most. In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything. What the homes actually cost right now, the location, what it genuinely feels like to live here day to day, and the real pros and the real cons, and exactly who this town is a great fit for and who it isn't. If you're relocating to the area and you want to make the right decision, stick around. This one's going to save you some time. Let's start with location, because this is actually one of Quakertown's biggest selling points, and most people don't fully appreciate it until they look at a map. Quakertown sits in Upper Bucks County, Pennsylvania, right along Route 309. It's about 40 miles north of Philadelphia and about 20 miles south of Allentown. That puts you in a really unique spot where you can commute to either city without paying the premium prices of living close to either one. For buyers coming from New Jersey, New York, or even further out, Quakertown is often that sweet spot. More house, more land, more breathing room, but you haven't given up access to everything. I've worked with a lot of buyers who move here from more expensive markets like Doylestown, the mainline area, parts of New Jersey, and the number one thing they keep telling me after they've settled in is that they wish they had done it sooner. Now let's talk about what you can actually expect to pay for a home in Quakertown right now in 2026. The market here has stayed active, inventory is still relatively tight, which means well-priced homes move quickly. If you're serious about buying here, you need to be ready to act. In terms of price, most buyers in Quakertown are looking in the $350,000 to $600,000 range. Obviously, you're going to find homes that are above and below that depending on size, condition, and specific neighborhoods, but obviously that's a little bit of an insight of what they're looking for in this area. Here's what that money actually gets you, and this is where Quakertown stands out compared to a lot of other Bucks County towns. At about $400,000 to $425,000, you can typically get a 3 or 4 bedroom single family home with a yard, a garage, and a real neighborhood. Compare that to Doylestown or New Hope, with the same budget gets you significantly less. And you can start to understand why so many buyers are paying attention to this area. If you want to see exactly what's available right now in Quakertown, I do update listings regularly. The link is in the description below or in the pinned comment. Now let's talk about the feel of Quakertown, because numbers only tell part of the story. Quakertown has a suburban rural vibe that a lot of people genuinely love. You've got established residential neighborhoods mixed with open farmland, green space, and quieter roads. It does have a lot of new construction going on with tighter townhomes, but that's the general feel. It doesn't feel rushed. The borough of Quakertown itself has a main street with local shops, restaurants, and small businesses. A lot of suburban towns around Philadelphia are what people in the real estate call bedroom communities, meaning residents basically just sleep there and drive somewhere else for everything else, work, play, all that. Quakertown is not one of those. It has its own main street, its own local businesses, its own community events, and real sense of identity. People here are actually connected to where they live. And buyers who move here from more generic suburbs tell me that's one of the things they appreciate most. You've also got access to Quakertown Community Park, nearby Nakamixon State Park for hiking, fishing, outdoor activities, which is a big draw for buyers who want that outdoor lifestyle like myself without sacrificing everything else. The school district is Quakertown Community School District. If you have kids or are planning to, that's going to be on your radar, and it's worth researching as part of your decision. Let's go through the pros and cons, and I want to be very specific here because generic pros and cons don't help you make a real decision. So pro number one, affordability relative to the rest of Bucks County. Quakertown consistently gives buyers more house for their money than towns like Doylestown, New Hope, or Yardley. If budget is a factor, and for most buyers it is, this matters a lot. Pro number two is space, both inside and outside of the home. Lot sizes tend to be a bit larger. You're not on top of your neighbors. If you're coming from a more densely packed area, this is one of the first things buyers notice and appreciate. Pro number three, location without the premium price tag. You've got Route 309 and easy access to the PA Turnpike. Philadelphia is accessible, Allentown is close, you're not in the middle of nowhere. You're just not paying city adjacent prices. Pro number 4, real community. Quakertown has an identity. There's local pride here, and buyers who come from more transient suburb areas often comment on how different they feel once they've settled in. And now the cons, because I said I'm going to be straight with you here, because I think it's more useful than just a sales pitch. Con number 1, commute times. If you're working in Philadelphia or even parts of Montgomery County, you're looking at about a 45-minute to an hour plus commute, depending on traffic and where exactly you're going. Although it's very good for convenience, 309 can get backed up and there's no easy bypass. Know your commute before you commit. Con number 2, limited public transportation. If you're used to having train or bus access, Quakertown doesn't offer much here. You're going to need a car. For some buyers, it's a non-issue. For others, it's a deal breaker, and better to know now than later. Con number 3, less walkability and fewer amenities than some neighboring towns. If you want to walk to restaurants, shops, and nightlife regularly, Quakertown is not going to get you that at the level of somewhere like Doylestown Borough or Percy will. It's improving, but it's not there yet. I want to be clear, none of these cons are hidden or surprising, but I've talked to buyers who don't think them through ahead of time and ended up feeling frustrated, and that's what I'm here to help you avoid. So, who is Quakertown actually a great fit for? It's ideal for buyers who want more space, more value without completely sacrificing access to major areas. It works really well for remote workers or hybrid workers who only commute a few days a week. And it's great fit for families who want a yard, good neighbors, and a solid community school district. And it's a strong option for buyers coming from more expensive markets who want to stretch their dollar without moving to the middle of nowhere. If you want walkable urban energy, this is not your town. If you need daily public transit, this is not your town. But if you want real home, real space, and a real community in one of the most underrated areas in all Bucks County, Quakertown definitely deserves a serious look. So if you are thinking about moving to Quakertown or anywhere else in Upper Bucks County, Percy, Sellersville, Dublin, my team and I work in the area every single day. I personally live here in Percy. We know these neighborhoods, we know the inventory, and we know how to help you land on the right place. Reach out to me directly. My contact info is in the description or on the screen. Whether you're 6 months out, 12 months out, or ready to move now, I'm happy to have a conversation with you and point you in the right direction. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps more people find this content. And if you want more information on videos on towns, neighborhoods, and the real estate market across Upper Bucks County, whether you're buying or selling, my team and I are here to help. Reach out anytime using the contact info and description below. I'll see you on the next video.